So hi guys, welcome to Strolling Wise Minds. This is Kanesh. Thank you for clicking in the video. Today I've got somebody from my own college, my own senior. I've been with them from the last 2, 3 numerous sort of years, and so उन्होंने फोड़ा है obviously. तो Strolling Wise Minds में सबको ऐसे आने का मौका नहीं मिलता. तो obviously नहीं, jokes apart, मेरे senior है, that's why being so casual, but उन्होंने फोड़ा है. He's been through a delivery, Unacademy, and a lot of other companies as well. So we'll dive deeper in his journey, kaisa raha placements, and like I cannot, like he's been a true inspiration for me personally, because 6 महीने पहले he was मैं उनसे पूरा बोल रहा था कि कैसे जॉब लगेगी, वो कहते थे यार पहले मेरी तो रखने थे, तो अभी उनकी लग गई है and कुछ ज्यादा ही लग गई है. So that's why really all of us are really inspired from him. So he's currently working with Unacademy. Before this, he was working with delivery as a product security intern. Currently, he's working with Unacademy, obviously, as a product security engineer. And so we'll also dive deeper कि generally हम लोग SDs और FAANG इस सब में पड़े रहते हैं, and we sort of neglect कि हम एक इतनी बड़ी opportunity exist करती है niche specific roles से, be like for example say cyber security in the first place. So we'll also ask him कि how can somebody sort of think कि इस तरीके से करियर कैसे हम आगे ले जा सकते हैं. So definitely without like any more delay, I'll just like to welcome Rupender Bhaiya.
Hey Ganesh, thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure. I have seen a lot of big people on this screen, on this channel, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Sure.
Yes, we are in contact since a while now.
Sure.
Yes, thank you for having me here. आज finally goal पूरा हो गया मेरी जिंदगी का. So yes, now I can proceed to other things.
Big thing in the life. हाँ. तो like thank you for coming to my channel. और like start कैसे हुआ? Like अभी मैं बता रहा था intro में कि आपने 6 महीने पहले I called you and आपने बताया था कि अभी तो चल रहा है placement का process, like companies आ रही हैं, ऐसे हो रहा है. तो from that point till Unacademy, what has been the journey?
So the thing is, I got placed in October 2021 as a SD in a company. It was a company in Gurgaon, so I got placed in that. It was a decent package. And I worked there for 2 months. After 2 months, I realized कि नहीं, I shouldn't like do SD basically. I shouldn't go for SDs because security has always been my passion. मेरा school, मेरे college में भी my degree is in cyber security and forensics. So मुझे लगा कि नहीं, जब 4 साल, in fact 4 साल नहीं, before college I was into cyber security, even before college. So that's why I took admission into a specific degree program. So फिर 2 महीने करके I left that. घर वालों को बोला कि नहीं, अभी 6 महीने हैं, अभी कुछ ना कुछ तो अच्छा कर ही लेंगे जिंदगी में. So after that delivery happened. I was security engineering intern there, and after that Unacademy happened. So the thing is, it seems really easy, and the shift seems so easy. But actually it was not. I applied to a couple of places. I made connections, a lot of connections on LinkedIn, texted a couple of people, not a couple, like hundreds of people actually. So after that it all made sense, and finally it's an academy.
Sure. Like ये तो आपने बहुत concise तरीके से बताया, but I'm really sure कि it has been a very uphill and downhill journey, and with a lot of plus and tough. So obviously when you left the job as an SD and you sort of thought to prepare for product security, so how was the preparation different in the first place? कि generally तो वो रहता है DSA करना है and competitive programming इस सब में, so this is all the flashy stuff, but how different, or maybe how I'll say like कैसी है, how is it like preparing for a security role?
So the thing is, I never actually put myself to prepare specifically for security, because I have been into this field for like last 5 years. I've been doing this thing on and off for last like 5-6 years now. So I know most of the stuff of my domain, that is application security. So the only decision I had to make is to switch, or to resign from being an SD from that company. And I genuinely knew at that time कि security में jobs ऐसे नहीं मिलती हैं. I have to apply to a lot of places. I have to connect to a lot of people. I have to send my resume to a lot of people, and then I'll get a job in security. So for me, making that decision was a big thing rather than preparing for that. But yes, for people who are new to this thing and wanted to know how to prepare, so basically there are different domains. So I can tell better about my domain, that is application security, that contains web applications and mobile applications, like on a broader level, if we talk about on a major level, right? So for web applications, you should know, like, okay, what how the web application function, and how the web works. If you make a request, what happens at the back end? It goes to DNS and it checks the browser cache for DNS records and everything, right? So after that, you have to have that mindset of breaking things. Everybody uses browsers, everybody uses websites, but there are few people who break into websites. That's the only difference, is that their mindset is different from those people. And then you can obviously read about vulnerabilities. There are a lot of websites. I majorly follow Unacademy. That's an amazing platform if you want to learn web security. So yes, I started doing that. I started learning about web security from that website. And one thing I want to add is the basics are really important. Sure. If you are jumping into security, if you are starting with security, the basics are really important. Okay, how the things work basically. For security, maybe there are very basic things, na? So you should know all those basic things.
Definitely. And also after this, like general perception, why people are generally choose not to prepare for niche specific roles in college, in UG basically, is that the opportunity structure is sort of very diminished in that zone. It's not very easy to get a like product security engineer role rather than getting a software developer engineer role, obviously. So how, like, what is the opportunity structure? Like, could you take us to that, a very I'll say conspicuous picture of the whole opportunity structure of the security, or maybe talking about the niche specific roles without a master's degree, obviously, and in the UG space. Yeah.
So, okay, let me put it this way. If you're a college student, right? If you're a normal college student, you can dream of getting into Google as an SD, as a fresher, right? कि okay, I'll do DSA, मैं बहुत से DSA करूँगा and I'll get into Google. और बहुत लोग जा भी रहे हैं already. So path defined है, right? कि बहुत लोग जा रहे हैं, मैं भी जा सकता हूँ, क्या ही problem है? That's just you believe in yourself and do the hard work. Google, Amazon, everything, right? But security में there is a, I will not say problem. There is a thing that those all big companies, FAANG company, basically FAANGum or FAANG companies, they hire experienced people in security. So वो option तो वहीं हट जाती है कि नहीं FAANG तो नहीं, फिर बचते हैं startups, right? Sure. So in startups also, they actually prefer, most of the startups, they actually prefer people who have some sort of experience in security, like some sort of internship or some sort of prior knowledge and background in security. So थोड़े से filter out वहां जाते हैं.
Sure.
So ये filtration की वजह से जो job opportunities हैं वो कम रह जाती हैं. But at the same time, there are the people in this domain are also less.
Sure.
There was 400 students in my batch. Only I was preparing for security engineering.
Sure.
My whole class was specialized in cybersecurity and forensics. There were like 55 students. But even among those 55 students, only I was the one who was, or maybe 1-2 students more, who were actually aspiring for security roles.
Also, he told me that the guy, you're the youngest hire in Unacademy, right? Exactly. in the security team.
It's like I am the youngest hire ever in security team in Unacademy.
Sure.
So when I cleared all the interviews and I was having a talk with HR, so he told me that you will be the youngest hire ever in security team.
And so just for the reference, who's the like आपसे बड़ा जो भी है वो what's the age?
He'll be more like 4 years older than me.
Sure, that like definitely makes sense.
Exactly. So the minimum after me, The youngest one is having 2-3 years of experience.
Sure. Also, this particular myth that is charged कि जो niche specific roles होते हैं, this आपने जो experience बोला, एक वो बात है. Generally, लोग people prefer the path of having a master's degree attached to it. कि whether it be cyber security, ML or like data science, anything. होता है कि एक master's degree. So, what is the general what in your opinion, what will be the more I'll say prevalent तो मैं नहीं कहूँगा. What will be the more will be the better path basically. कि क्या अच्छा रहेगा कि अगर एक मास्टर्स करे सॉर्ट ऑफ एकेडमिक पर्सपेक्टिव मिल जाता है चीजों को लेके, या फिर ऑब्वियसली ब्रेकिंग थिंग्स एंड बीइंग इन द रियल वर्ल्ड एंड द रियल स्पेस. व्हाट इज एक तो हो गया, ठीक है, ऑब्वियसली बेटर आंसर होता है कि हम रियल वर्ल्ड में रहते हैं. करियर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से और मे बी एक आइडियलाइज पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, व्हाट विल बी द बेटर अप्रोच टू गो फॉरवर्ड?
I'll tell you one thing. In security specifically, your skill is highly respected. Matlab, the thing is, if you know security, they'll hire you. So the point is, I'll tell you about masters and everything. I have two really good friends. One is Avinash Jain. He's in Microsoft these days, and another one is Asim Shri. So he's in Rippling these days. So both of them has done their graduations only and UGs only.
Sure.
So see, I look up to those people. So they're like, obviously they are senior to me. I look up to those people. I look up to Avinash Bhaiya. He's from Thapar, I guess. Yeah, Thapar University.
Okay.
So he has done his engineering from there. Then he went into security field, and he's like pretty famous guy in security field, right?
Okay.
And I can like name a number of people who have done amazing in security without a master's in security.
Mm-hmm.
One really good friend of mine, Akash Sharma, aka Terabyte. He's a really good security researcher, and he has done, I guess, when he started, the only thing he had was his bachelor's.
Sure.
So, in a nutshell, starting starting is the most important thing. Don't wait for I'll do PG and then I'll go in security field. You can get a job in security field even if you are just engineering grad.
Like basically learning on the job.
Exactly, learning on the job. So I learned everything which I know through
internships
when I was in college.
Okay. You had a few startups as well, you told about.
Yes, I did work in some of them.
Okay. So like generally जो आपका जितना भी placement का journey था, like from being in some company and then being in delivery and then being in an academy. So like you had a hard experience of working as a software developer, as a product security intern obviously, and now the product security engineer. So ज़्यादा मजा किसमें आता है? Definitely. अब ये तो आप थोड़ा biased होके बोलोगे. Obviously security,
obviously security.
But I'm like मैं तो I'm preparing for like SD rules and etc. So I like हमारे लिए एक metric होता है कि हाँ जैसे कोई test cases पास हो गए 169, तो एक adrenaline rush होता है कि हाँ ठीक है test cases पास हो गए बहुत सारे. तो what is the exact metric for somebody to evaluate themselves in cyber security? कि how somebody should measure कि एक हो गया community का part हो, you know a lot of things, but how good are you? What is the metric that defines it?
First of all, the adrenaline rush thing, I'll just tell them. Have you ever hacked into someone's account?
No.
Never.
No.
So suppose I'll tell you a true story, a story of my college.
Okay.
Right? So there was a website on which they used to take quizzes.
Acha, Quizbite.
Yes. So
okay.
Mind
you, that's my college as well.
yes, that's your college. My apology for that. So I could basically log into anyone's account in Quizbite.
Okay. You told me this.
Exactly, I told you this, right? Now imagine the adrenaline rush I was having at that point of time when I figured out कि अब तो मैं किसी के account में login कर सकता हूँ.
Of course.
There was a small loophole in the whole login mechanism, in the forgot password mechanism basically.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see things, when you break things, for me, I'll tell you what's the rush. Suppose there are hundreds of developers, or you can say not hundreds, if not hundreds, then tens of developers
Many developers
who have many developers who made that thing, right?
Yeah.
Were constantly working on that thing.
Yeah, thinking of the
And
corner
you're
cases.
breaking that.
Yeah, thinking of the corner cases and everything, and you break into it.
Exactly. They have QAs, they have SDs, they have everything, and there you are, simply sitting on your laptop. And sometimes you also hack in Teams also.
Okay.
But it's an amazing rush. It's an amazing rush when you see that do something really crazy on a website.
Sure. So yeah.
It's a
Please go on.
Yeah. So once there was a US website. There was a website which used to sell keyboards and mouse and everything. So I got at that time I used to just practice कि हाँ मतलब अगर कुछ मिलता है तो I used to report that to the person, to the owner, right? For free. कि हाँ मतलब मुझे रश मिल रहा है, आपको फायदा मिल रहा है. It's a win-win situation.
Sure.
No, you should not do that. I like it was like many years ago. You should not do that. You should always have that written consent from the owner of the website you're testing. So yes, but back then I didn't know all these things. So I could see anyone's data, anyone's phone number, address, or anything just by tampering with a parameter.
Okay.
It's an amazing feeling when you find
आप ही जगह डेटा चुरा रहे हो आप तो डेफिनेटली. बट सॉर्ट ऑफ आपने बताया ना कि you had a whole bunch of, मैंने भी देखा है सेक्शन है साइबर सिक्योरिटी का अलग, there are a lot of people inside it. Nobody is actually ज्यादा लोग नहीं प्रिपेयर कर रहे. आपने बताया आप खुद ही प्रिपेयर कर रहे थे, ठीक है. सो थोड़ा सा जब हम नीश स्पेसिफिक चीजों के लिए प्रिपेयर करते हैं तो ऑब्वियसली वो होता है कि हाँ अकेले चलो. रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट की वो अच्छी सी पोएम है, आपके स्टेटस पे भी लगी है, मैं देखिए.
Road not taken. That is road not taken.
हाँ, रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट
on my status
miles to go before I sleep. हाँ, so definitely तो होता है ना कि अलग से प्रिपेयर करने का कुछ कि you prepare something totally different. तो sort of FOMO होता है कि यार वो लोग वो भी कर रहे हैं. So किसी पॉइंट पे you did start to कि चलो मैं भी DSA करता हूँ, sort of figure out करता हूँ कैसे डेवलपर में जाना है. कभी वो होता है कि हाँ कॉम्प्लेक्स आता है कि मैं कुछ गलत तो नहीं कर रहा शायद. वो how do you deal with that?
Okay, so I'll tell you this thing. I announced something in the college, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. तो अब the FOMO hits when you are seeing कि सबका placement हो रहा है and आप prepare कर रहे हो.
Okay.
And आपको पता भी नहीं है कि place होगे भी या नहीं होगे. बस अब तक कोई पॉजिटिव रिस्पांस आ नहीं रहा है किसी कंपनी का.
Okay.
अब एसडीज में क्या है कि अगर कहीं नहीं हुआ तो ऑन कैंपस ले लेंगे, क्या ही प्रॉब्लम है.
डेफिनेटली
ऑफ कैंपस के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं और ऑफ कैंपस के लिए प्रिपेयर करते करते कोई कंपनी ऑन कैंपस आती है तो हम उसमें अप्लाई कर देंगे, उसमें हम क्रैक कर लेंगे, क्या ही प्रॉब्लम है. बिकॉज जनरली ऑफ कैंपसेस आर हार्डर देन ऑन कैंपसेस, राइट?
डेफिनेटली
अगर आप ऑफ कैंपस के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो तो ऑन कैंपस तो क्रैक कर ही लोगे, ठीक है. तो अब क्या एक बहुत बड़ा फोमो होता है कि यार मतलब अगर ये नहीं हुआ तो मैं तो ऑन कैंपस भी नहीं कर सकता. ऑन कैंपस कोई जॉब आ ही नहीं रही है सिक्योरिटी की.
ओके.
ये बहुत हिट करता है और ये रात को हिट करता है बहुत बार कि अगर ये ना हुआ तो क्या होगा फिर.
ओके.
So I have really simple way to tackle it. I overdo things.
हाँ, अच्छा, ज्यादा काम करते हैं तो sort of वो भी तो एक पॉइंट पे मैं एक फाक्सी वो आपकी ये कैसे हो रहा है कि मतलब मैं मेहनत भी ज्यादा कर रहा हूँ एंड रिजल्ट भी नहीं आ रहा है. आपने जब बताया कि बिफोर यू एक्चुअली गॉट डिलीवरी इन जनवरी, आई गेस आपने बताया था, सो दिसंबर के आसपास मिली थी. तो वो 2-3 महीने थे, हाउ डू यू लाइक कि अरे मैं मेहनत ज्यादा कर रहा हूँ एंड नथिंग इज कमिंग आउट ऑफ इट. आई नो मतलब अभी तो यू आर वेरी फ्री टू आंसर, बट उस टाइम समबडी जो आप उस टाइम थे यू सॉर्ट ऑफ कि अगर आपको पता नहीं था कि यार अनअकैडमी कुछ भी नहीं रहता, इट्स ऑल और नथिंग, राइट? सो उस पॉइंट पे हाउ डू यू लाइक कि अरे ठीक है आई हैव टू डू इट समहाउ. सो व्हाट इज दैट लाइक, वो क्या फीलिंग होती है?
द फीलिंग इज कि मुझे बस ये पता था, I'll tell it simply कि मुझे पता था कि मैं दो ही चीजें कर सकता हूँ. फर्स्ट अप्रोचिंग पीपल, सेकंड प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर इट.
ओके.
इसके सिवा मेरे हाथ में कुछ नहीं है, ठीक है. और कॉलेज से तो हो ही नहीं रहा कुछ, क्योंकि कॉलेज में सिक्योरिटी के लिए बहुत कम, लाइक नीश डोमेन्स के लिए कम आते हैं कंपनीज, राइट?
ओके.
तो वो ओवरडू वाला सीन आई टेल यू कि आई यूज्ड टू डू दिस थिंग कि जो देयर इज अ लिस्ट नेम्ड लिंक्डइन टॉप स्टार्टअप्स, ठीक है? तो मैं लिस्ट खोलता था और एक कंपनी टारगेट करता था, और उस कंपनी में जाके देयर इज अ सेक्शन पीपल, राइट? व्हेन यू ओपन ऑन लैपटॉप देयर इज अ सेक्शन कॉल्ड पीपल, और उसमें सर्च का वो होता है, ऑप्शन होता है. आई यूज्ड टू सर्च सिक्योरिटी.
अच्छा.
और सिक्योरिटी में जितने लोग आते थे मैं उनको रिक्वेस्ट भेज देता था.
ओके.
एंड जैसे ही किसी ने, अगर मैं सोने जा रहा हूँ एंड किसी ने रिक्वेस्ट एक्सेप्ट किया, I'll straight away send hi, how are you?
ओके.
ठीक है? और ऐसा भी हुआ है कि बहुत हफ्तों तक तो मेरे लिंक्डइन की जो 100 रिक्वेस्ट पर वीक की वो होती है ना, लिमिट
खत्म हो जाती है,
रीच होती रही है.
हाँ वो तो हाँ डेफिनेटली. बट एक होता है, एक मैंने आपसे ही सीखा है कि जैसे आप लोगों को देखा कि आप डायरेक्टली सीटीओ या किसी भी बहुत बड़े पोस्ट को मैसेज कर देते हो एंड दे समहाउ रिप्लाई आल्सो, आपको दैट्स हाउ यू गॉट डिलीवरी, राइट? सो थोड़ा सा ये लोग कहते हैं कि आप लोगों को एम्प्लॉयज करो या सीटीएस को करो, हाउ एफिशिएंट इज दैट?
See, I got deliveries in some other way. That was not by
the CTO obviously. Somebody बहुत high था, वो कुछ ऊपर था, मुझे याद नहीं.
हाँ. So the thing is, see, दो ही चीजें हो सकती हैं, या तो रिप्लाई करेंगे या नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है? अगर नहीं करेंगे यू हैव नथिंग टू लूज, एक रिक्वेस्ट ही गई है, ठीक है? अगर वो एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं और आपके मैसेज का रिप्लाई नहीं करते तो यू हैव नथिंग टू लूज, यू हैव मेड कनेक्शन विद अ वेरी ग्रेट गाय, राइट? दूसरा क्या है कि अगर वो रिप्लाई कर देते हैं तो सब कुछ ही है,
फिर तो ऑल और नथिंग.
ऑल और नथिंग. सी, यू हैव नथिंग टू लूज, राइट? Being in college you have nothing to lose. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि वो क्या सोचेंगे कि हो कनिष्क ने रिप्लाई ये रिक्वेस्ट ये मैसेज कैसे कर दिया कि डू यू हैव एन ओपनिंग.
हाँ ये भी है. fair enough.
So you have nothing to lose at that point of time. You text them, if they reply you got the gold. If they don't, that's absolutely okay. You have made a connection with an amazing person.
Sit back with a fishing rod.
He or she can help you in future with your career.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
So I've never thought कि ये CTO को जा रही है या CISO को जा रही है या किसको जा रही है. Never thought.
A little selfish मतलब ऐसा. Greedy algorithm लगानी पड़ती है इसलिए उनको.
हाँ मतलब I remember there's a very good startup in cyber security.
Okay.
So I saw one opening in their company and I contacted the CEO.
Okay. And he replied.
And he replied actually that okay, that's great. Glad to know that you're interested. Just send your resume to this email.
Okay. Fair enough.
So there's nothing to lose, right?
There's nothing to lose, obviously. So
there's everything to gain and nothing to lose.
Yeah. So like how are you feeling now? मतलब अभी तो मैं आपसे मिला तो ठीक है, तो ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे ये जो podcast, the whole point of making this podcast is not to showcase what have you achieved or what have you not. मतलब उसके लिए obviously your LinkedIn profile speaks it. This is for someone who is actually preparing और जिस mindset में you were there 4-5 महीने पहले. If somebody is there in that mindset, so what exactly is the protocol for the rescue basically कि क्या करना चाहिए? कि that's the thing कि अभी जैसे ये वीडियो है, I want this कि जब कोई ये पॉडकास्ट देखे तो somebody should feel actually elevated कि हाँ ठीक है, this is what I have to do to have a pragmatic vision of things कि ठीक है इतना भी idealize करके नहीं दिखाना कि ऐसा हो जाएगा and ये भी नहीं कि कुछ नहीं होगा. What is the pragmatic way to move forward with कि yeah.
The basic thing I tell everyone to do who is looking for a job in this domain, right? Make connections with people from in that domain and do hard work so that whenever you get a chance to give an interview, you crack it.
Sure.
ऐसा कहीं नहीं है कि कोई फ्रेशर्स को ले ही नहीं रहा है, ठीक है? फ्रेशर्स को ले रहे हैं तभी तो एक्सपीरियंस लोग आ रहे हैं ना.
Definitely.
You just have to look for a chance. I don't know if you know or not. There's an entrepreneur in the Middle East. His name is Segan Yalcin. It's Segan Yalcin or Sin. I don't know. But his name is Segan, right?
Okay.
So he has this beautiful quote that if you have 1% chance of winning, try 100 times.
Okay.
So अगर मुझे 100 का मतलब मेरी किस्मत बहुत ही बेकार है. अगर मुझे सिर्फ एक % चांस है मेरी जीतने का, तो अगर मैं 100 कंपनी में अप्लाई करूंगा तो एक में तो हो ही जाएगा, और मुझे तो एक ही जॉब चाहिए.
Obviously, वो ये भी बात है कि we will sort of look कि multiple offers आ जाए. That's not success कि you have one good offer, that's success.
Exactly. और कोई भी मल्टीपल वो नेगोशिएट करने के सिर्फ काम आते हैं. कोई भी मल्टीपल जगह जॉब नहीं कर रहा होता.
Obviously.
एट द एंड ऑफ द डे एक ही जगह जॉब कर रहे होते आपको, और एक ही जॉब चाहिए होती है.
Sure.
I have approached around 200 people on LinkedIn.
Sure.
So वही है कि मेरी 0.5 वाली, so मुझे एक जॉब 200 लोगों को मैसेज करके मिली.
So यही तो मतलब that's what like the whole purpose of making this podcast and this channel is कि somebody from जैसे IITs में तो obviously आती है कंपनीज, प्रोडक्ट सिक्योरिटी रोल्स की भी बहुत सारी आती होंगी, बट हमारे जैसे पर्सनली हमारे कॉलेज में आपने कहा एक ही बंदा आप ही खुद प्रिपेयर कर लेता है, दैट टू यू हैड टू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रगल, जबकि आप अकेले कंपटीशन में थे. सो नहीं कि हम रेस भाग रहे हैं फिर भी हारने का डर है, अकेले ही भाग रहे हैं. सो तो सॉर्ट ऑफ ये पूरा जो विजन है कि that is what I wanted to bring on the table. So really thank you. Like that brings me to the end of the streak of my questions personally, and so I'd really like to thank you also कि आप लोग से you have cracked it, and that makes us very encouraged about the future कि हाँ there are possibilities within and beyond obviously. So I personally would like to thank you for lending your time to me, and so ये podcast पहले तो मैं पहली बार मैं ब्लूपर डालने वाला हूँ इस podcast के बाद बहुत सारे तो
Absolutely.
So मैं आपसे जनरली एक सवाल पूछता हूँ लोगों से कि how was your experience on this podcast, वो मैं एक बार आपसे पूछूंगा, how was your experience on this podcast?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I feel complete. I feel that finally my goals are achieved. I have done something in my life. वो the कपिल शर्मा शो पे वो जैसे कपिल शर्मा पूछता है कि आपको कैसा लग रहा है इतना सब कुछ करके कपिल शर्मा शो पे आके.
Definitely.
So मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि finally Kanishk has called actually me on his channel. It's really an amazing feeling. मैंने सुबह से इस excitement में खाना नहीं खाया. Kanishk have called
फिर से. So
excitement.
Yeah, special shout out to like jokes apart. Okay, ये तो अपने खाना किसी और दिन से नहीं खाया, पता नहीं क्यों. But jokes apart, I would like really to thank you, Parvez Bhaiya, and a lot of other people as well. Like I would not name anyone, but especially like you and Parvez Bhaiya. Like, is there anything I would really like to go there and ask, and I'm not really shy, so I would definitely put your LinkedIn description, LinkedIn का जो account है in the description. So anybody who would like to sort of go to your account and have a chit chat about anything, so feel free to do so. So
I guess
yeah,
you are too excited to have me. कि you're also bumbling.
हाँ मैं खुद सोच रहा हूँ मैं क्या बोलूँ. So yeah, so definitely thank you for lending your time to me, and so yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, and have a really good night.